tell us separating or one or two separating factors for you guys.
It's a very competitive market. A couple things. One, we're the oldest replacement window and door company in Jacksonville. We've been open since 1981, so we have a lot of experience. We have a lot of experienced installers. And that being said, we don't subcontract any of our work. A lot of the big name window companies will subcontract out. You're getting our employees, they're under our...
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Property Pros Podcast. I'm one of the hosts, I'm Peter LaFramboise.
I'm Mark Goldwich.
We work at Gold Star Insurance Adjusters, we're public insurance adjusters, and we have this podcast where we talk about all things property. Today's guest is Lisa Taylor from American Window Products. She's the president and the CEO. And Mark knows her husband, who is the marketer, goes to her B&I. So a small world there. Lisa, thanks so much for being a part of this episode. It's pretty cool. It's a timely episode also that we're having this because I am in the middle of kicking the tires on window replacements at my house. So how did you get into the window business?
Well, first I want to say, Peter and Mark, thank you for having me so much. And I'm glad now is definitely the right time for you to be purchasing windows for your own house. It's a long story of how I got into windows, but I've been selling windows for decades now, and now I'm running this family-owned business. We've been in business for 42 plus years, and taking the reins and kind of taking it to the next level of what we can do to improve customer satisfaction in the window and door industry, and how we can bring it more to market and make it more user-friendly for the homeowners.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how you came to acquire American Window Products?
Well, I originally started out selling windows for a window manufacturer, and American Window Products was my customer. And I used to come in here and sell to them every day. I knew the prior owners very well. We built a relationship over, I'm going to say, 12 years' time. And then when I found out this business was for sale, the honesty and the trust they brought to the market and their replacement business, I just absolutely adored and loved it, and it seemed like the perfect fit for me to transition from the window manufacturing side into the window replacement side. I saw a huge demand, especially in the Northeast Florida market, for replacement windows and installers and just that side of the business to the homeowner, because as you know, many of these homes were built decades ago, and they're in the market now for replacement windows, and we just don't have a lot of good companies out there. So when I found this for sale, I thought this was going to be the next best endeavor for us to take on, and so far so good. It's been great experience.
How long did you say that? How long you've had?
We purchased the company March 1st, so it's still fairly new for us. We're at a 6-month mark, a little over, but we've been learning a lot from what we knew prior as a manufacturer rep, so it definitely helps on that side, learning how to deal with the manufacturers, how to honor the warranties, how to explain and teach people all the stuff that you would learn from a manufacturer. I can now bring those skill sets into this company, and it makes us even better and puts us at next level for how we're able to serve our customer base as well.
That's pretty interesting. That's cool. So
Yeah.
Having served this company for a long time, and I looked you guys up, you got a lot of good reviews. Sure.
Yes, we are. We're building that Google review system, and we're getting a lot of good feedback from our customers, so that's good to hear. And what's funny is our customer base is primarily a little bit older, so they might not know how to use Google. So I get phone calls every week from our customers telling me how much they enjoyed the process and our installers and what a great job they did. Because they just don't know how to use Google. So it's to even see it live on Google helps even more. It's definitely a good thing, and just promoting the installers to talk with the homeowners, because at the end of every job we go through and show them how to use their windows and how everything functions, and it builds that interaction when the installers can also, hey, if you really like how we did, mention us on Google, and it builds that relationship. Even from our salesperson to our inner office to the last part of our installers, just building that relationship with the homeowner, with the customer, so that they feel comfortable in calling us if they have a problem. They know the installers. If they decide to do one door or maybe a half a house now, they can call back and request the same installers 6 months from now to work on their home. And you'd be surprised how many times we actually get those phone calls for repeat business to finish the other half of the house, and they request specific people to work on their home.
Yeah, well, I guess that means that your installers stick around.
Yes, our oldest installer's tenure is 21 years, but on average, all of our leads have 12 years of being with this company.
Wow.
Which is unheard of in the industry.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That tells you that the company takes care of the employees.
We are trying.
Well, it is timely because we've had this podcast set up for several weeks, if not a month or so. But in the meantime, my sliding glass door and window went in day before yesterday. So very timely, and they we were there the whole time. They cleaned up as they went, which I notice is something that a lot of installers or workers don't do. But every once in a while, they would go through before they were even done, and they would just clean as they go, so that everything was cleaned up well, and they were done before I expected them to be done.
Well, that is great to hear. We try to tell them to leave the home better than when you found it. Obviously, it will be better because you have a brand new door or window installed. But then also just to clean up the area around it, make sure we leave it better than we found it is kind of what we talk about in our weekly meetings. And it's good to hear that the guys are doing it out in the field as well.
Mark, I feel like you answered the question for her. I was getting ready to ask her what separates American from her competition, but I feel like you just answered it. But,
Maybe
Lisa, I'll let you chime in on that. Well, there's lots of window companies, right? There's lots of window companies here. Tell us separating one or two separating factors for you guys.
Okay. It's a very competitive market. A couple things. One, we're the oldest replacement window and door company in Jacksonville. We've been open since 1981, so we have a lot of experience. We have a lot of experienced installers. And that being said, we don't subcontract any of our work. A lot of the big name window companies will subcontract out. You're getting our employees. They're under our benefits, our insurances, our company logoed vans. They are trained. We go through weekly meetings where we're training them on the latest install procedures, the latest building codes, making sure everything's being followed correctly. And then also, another thing you find that separates us out from the competitors is we offer multiple window brands. So sometimes you go to one window company and they can't make the type of window you need for your home. We offer over 6 different brands so that we can pick what is best for your home's needs. So if you need a really large window, only certain companies make that. We can offer you that. We're not held to one brand necessarily. We can give you the best value, the best quality for your specific type of home. Because as you know, Florida has so many different building styles over the last 50 years or even 100 years, from wood frame to stucco to concrete block, vinyl siding, everything you can think of. We have a product that will fit the needs for your home. And that really separates us. And then what's even better is recently this year, we were just voted Best Window Company in Bold City Best Community Choice Awards. And we got the fave on Nextdoor. So we're doing a lot of things out in the community, and it's really starting to show up.
The fave on Nextdoor, how do you get that?
People voted for us on Nextdoor. I didn't even sign up for it, so I'm not sure how we won it. But people voted for us on the Nextdoor site, where how the neighbors and communities talk to each other, and we won the fave for Nextdoor. It's a neighborhood award, so I was actually quite impressed by that one.
Awesome.
But people talk. Our biggest, our biggest way to get new business is word of mouth. So things like that, the fave and Bold City Best, it means people are talking about window and door companies, and our name's getting out there. So I appreciate that.
Right at the beginning of the show, I think you said it's the best time to replace, but why is now the best time?
Well, there's a number of reasons. One, the federal government has implemented some energy tax savings. So there's actually a new Energy Star ratings coming out October 23rd of this year. But if you get Energy Star certified windows and door products, you can get up to $1,100 back in tax savings.
Total,
and then also
per window?
It's $600 for windows total and $250 per door, up to $500 for the doors.
Okay, so up to.
So if you got 2 doors and some windows, you could get a total of $1,100 back, and that is per year. So if you only did, I don't know, say 3 windows and 2 doors one year, you get $1,100, and then you did it 12 months later in the next year, you could get another $1,100 back. If you wanted to break it up and do it over time, some people do that because it doesn't hit their pocketbooks as fast. By breaking it up and doing it in portions, but it also would give them a tax benefit each year in savings, and that actually goes through December of 2032. So pretty much for 10 years, you're able to replace and get $1,100 tax credit back on your taxes. That's one reason. Then we also have all impact products, so people who are in hurricane zones or just want the safety and security of an impact window. They don't have to pay sales tax on those items until June 30th of 2024. If they purchase before then, they won't have to pay sales tax on those on impact products. And a lot of that came out of our last hurricanes from the prior years. But not only that, so you have tax reasons, but it's the end of summer. So we are running our end of summer sale, and you can get $1,500 off your house package up to when you order with us now through October 24th. And then more importantly, most people think about their windows in the middle of storm season. Right now we are a dead center of hurricane season, and that's when you're going to start seeing signs of water infiltration, air infiltration, fogging, stress cracks, things like that. They don't realize that the whole process from start to finish is somewhere, especially if you're getting other competitor bids, it's probably about a 4 to 6 month process in total by the time you start getting bids and getting estimates, and then you make your choice, then you order the product, and it gets fully installed. If you start now, your home will be ready and perfect just in time for spring, before the temperatures heat back up again, and that can help with your energy efficiency and get everything done before our next hurricane season. So it's not something you want to put off. You want to try to plan it out and get it in your budget, or get the financing for it ahead of time and get started. That way, come spring break, you're enjoying your home and looking out your brand new windows, using your brand new doors.
And lower energy bills, hopefully, too, right?
Definitely. Replacing your windows can bring a 20 to 40% improvement in your energy bills, just by improving your water infiltration, your air infiltration, everything, the low E coating, the argon gas that we have in every window that we sell. We sell all of our windows with the Energy Star package. So they will meet all Energy Star requirements and codes, which a lot of times we're replacing windows in Jacksonville that were originally installed in the late 70s, early 80s. They're old aluminum single pane windows. It will make a dramatic difference to go from a single pane aluminum window to an insulated glass window made of vinyl. We also sell a FiberX material through an Anderson brand, and we have vinyl cladding. But just that improvement to go from aluminum to a vinyl is huge in your energy savings, and just improves your overall, the feel of your home. My daughter actually she bought a condo, and it was built in the late 70s, and it has all old windows and doors, and so when she replaced them, it changes the entire feel. The humidity you're not feeling inside your home anymore. The air circulation, everything about it was an improvement. And so luckily we could provide her with the right windows and doors.
Yeah, and I can kind of attest to that because, our old windows, our old sliding glass door system had the grids inside the glass, and the new ones don't. And when my daughter got home and saw the new sliding glass door put in, she was like, "It's so big. How is this one so much bigger than the old ones?" Well, it's not. It's in the same order, but it literally looks larger, and it's cleaner, and the white, and actually a perfect time for us to replace would have been about 20 years ago, not now. And we've been wanting to, and we actually hired somebody decades ago. And they ordered the sliding glass doors. They came out and they were broken. They were damaged. And this happened 3 times. Every time they ordered doors, they came out and they were broken. So that was another cool thing this time around. One time, one day, it was done. And that was that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. We take a lot of extra care just in unloading it when it comes from the manufacturer. We try to move it as little as possible. The less handling you do with the product, the better it is. And it makes it to the homeowner in one piece, and we can get it taken care of. But if anything ever does happen with it, give us a call and we'll get it fixed.
All right.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, something else we talked about when we were off air, you guys mentioned you're lead certified, because I guess on a home that's older than 1978, that people should be concerned when they're replacing windows that you might bump into some lead paint. Can you tell us about that?
Definitely. American Window Products is one of the only lead certified window companies in town, and a lot of people don't really think about it, but if your home was built prior to 1978 and has the possibility of lead paint, when our salesmen come out, they test for lead, and they'll show you the test right there, the test kit. If it does test positive for lead, we take additional steps for your safety when our installers come out and we're removing the old windows in case we disrupt the lead paint. It's all blocked off. We have hazmat suits on. Everything is discarded properly, and it's really a great service for the community for how we handle it and to make sure that everything is taken care of carefully, especially if you have children playing in the yard after that. You don't want specks of lead paint in the grass. But we go through all of the standards and all of the forms and follow the laws accordingly to make sure that we remove those windows and replace them without lead remnants being left around your home, in your yard, on our shoes as we walk around, anywhere. So it's a great service we're able to offer, and we get a lot of recommendations from other window companies just for that, for being lead certified.
Oh, very cool.
Excellent.
So, Lisa, thanks so much for coming on to our pod. It's been great so far. We want to tell people, how can they get in touch with you specifically? How do they call American Window Products or email you?
Oh, well, they can always call us. Our mainline phone number is 904-731-2247. They can always go on our website at www.americanwindowproducts.com, or they can email us at sales@americanwindowproducts.com. So one of 3 ways.
Very cool. Very timely episode. He just had some work done in his home. I'm shopping. So your timing was really good today, Lisa.
Well, we'll be happy to come out and give you a free estimate anytime you're ready.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You too. So for those of you that are listening, please like and subscribe. And in fact, if you want to ask Lisa questions, go ahead and comment on our pods, and we can connect you with her. And that's it for everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.